Another habit of successful people is curiosity. And cultivating curiosity is about a insatiable desire to learn and to improve and to become a better version of yourself by investigating things that you don't know, not being satisfied with what you know, but always wanting to learn more. And not that doesn't necessarily mean just kind of learning stuff that's already been discovered. It also means like asking questions about things that nobody knows and being okay with that state of like, I don't know, but let's find out, right? So curiosity is very important. And if you don't spend time cultivating, asking questions, being brave, uh, don't not being afraid of being stupid by asking a question, I feel like there is. And the only type of stupid question is when you ask a question that's just been answered because you weren't paying attention, right? That's kind of like, I don't like to use the word stupid to be honest, but what I'm saying is like it's a question that maybe it shouldn't have been asked, right? Although I prefer asking it than staying there and not knowing it, right? So at least the person was curious. At least they wanted to know what to do, even if they weren't paying attention before, right? So I don't think there are stupid questions. But for sure, though, the kinds of questions that I'm asking for you to ask is to know more. So when somebody tells you something, think about like, but what about this? What is the next thing about to find out? How do I know about more about this aspect? Right. So the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. How does that work? Oh, it breaks down sugar in a series of reactions. One of them is called cycle. Why is it called a cycle? Right? There's always another question that you can ask. And this is the funny thing about science. You can always ask more questions. A good scientist ends a study in an experiment with way more questions they had when they started. And that's not something that should apply only for scientists. If you're a historian, if you're a political scientist, if you're an engineer, you should always look for the next thing that you can learn to improve yourself. And curiosity is not enough if you're just curious, right? Because that could just kill the cat. uh, you heard about that expression. I don't like that one because it makes you feel like curiosity is a bad thing. What they mean there is like when you're trying to find out things you shouldn't find out about, and you get yourself in trouble, right? Yeah, it's good to have some street smarts and knowing when you gotta like be curious but cautious. But what I'm talking about here is not be curious about things you shouldn't butt your nose in. Although, to be completely honest, is a lot of that is just like trying to keep people in their place. And I am like against that kind of flow. I prefer you being curious. Stick your nose where you think you're not supposed to. Just do it carefully, right? But curiosity is more about seeking greater understanding. In anyways, it's not just about uh, getting involved in things which are none of your business, which is really what they mean by curiosity killed the cat. But the curiosity of the good type, the type that you're actually seeking more understanding, is not going to be enough if you just stop there. You actually have to seek the understanding. It's not just knowing that you want to know. You have to actually try to do something about knowing. So this is tied to self-improvement, tied to this idea of determination, where you want to get better and better all the time. So that's kind of the idea. Another great habit of successful people. I hope you cultivate your curiosity. Ask questions. That definitely makes your mama proud.